Sage Wanderer coming at you from my van down by the river. Okay, so heads up to Kelly Catholic, who tipped me off to something kind of cool. And so I think that Lionel from Lionel Nation, the guy on YouTube with like 186,000 subscribers, was talking about me. Little old me. This guy in a van down by the river, he's talking about me. I never would have figured that out. I watch Lionel from time to time, but yeah, I watched part of that video. I didn't make it all the way to the end until Kelly Catholic hipped me to the fact that he might be talking about me. Now, he did not name me, so it is possible that, I thought that song was about me. I thought that, was that I'm So Vain? I thought his show was about me, and he's talking about someone else. But he did say the guy with the glasses, and he said the baklava hat, and he's in a van down by the river. I think he said all those things. It sounded to me like he was talking about me, which is kind of cool. So if you're watching, Lionel, hey, what's up, buddy? I do watch your show. So anyway, but I wanted to double down on what he was saying, honestly. I want to support the premise that he was talking about when he just so happened to mention little old me. And his premise was, he was talking about how people are tired of the dog and pony show in the media today that's been going on since the beginning of it. This, the weather, the news, the sports, the good night. And, so weather, news, traffic on the nines, the whole, all of the spiel, all of the production. And honestly, and there's been some talk about the fact that sometimes I show up in my robe with my hair all sticking up, that in the beginning of my channel, if you go back and look at it, I didn't have any kind of lighting or anything and no tools whatsoever. And I've got my tactical flashlight in a plastic bag trying to talk to you in the middle of the night about something major stuff that's going on in the world. And there's a realness in that. And if you watch this channel, you know that in the beginning, I wasn't trying to be anybody or express anything or be a part of any movement. I was just dinking around. Somebody said, hey, you should get a YouTube channel. People might watch it. And I thought, well, hey, I should leave a memory of who I am for like archive for the future. If YouTube's still around in 100 years, my great-great-grandkids might get to see what I'm actually like. I could tell a stupid dad joke to my great-great-great-great-grandkid who might see it long after I'm dead. Isn't that cool? And so I started the channel. But it took off like a shot, honestly. My channel took off really fast. And because I am a pretty smart guy, I looked at it and I asked myself, why? Why are people watching me? Why do people care what I have to say? And I came to the conclusion pretty quickly of what Lionel was saying today. That all of you who are watching me, all of you who watch him, all of you who watch all of us on YouTube are watching, and a big part of it is because mainstream media is so fake. You understand that their hair's fake, their suit's fake, their makeup's fake, their persona's fake, their name's probably fake. The copy they're reading was written by somebody who's faking. Everyone's faking you. It's all a big fake. Fake news, fake TV, fake entertainment, fake movies, fake books, fake stories, fake people. And so, since I shot my first couple of videos in my bathrobe, I had the opportunity to change methodology right then when I was like, ooh, I have an audience. Oh, I have an audience. Ooh, I can be entertaining. And trust me, I am a professional entertainer. So I know how to be entertaining. I know the formula. I know how to put on the dog and pony show. Hey, look, there's some dogs and some ponies. Woohoo! Just to illustrate that. Hey man, I come up in Nashville days when people wore sequins and you dressed up to go out and play, and I followed the tradition, and I thought I'd bring one of my gig shirts to show you. So this is what they call a costume. So this is one of the shirts I love. This is a Panhandle Slim. No, I'm not pumping for them. I'm just saying if you want the best shirt ever, can't go wrong with a Panhandle Slim. And these are made really for musicians. And you can see it's got some wear on it. I mean, I've worn this out. I probably need to do some work here. I got some stains on it. But I might not have washed it since the last time I wore it on stage. And when I walk away, I walk away. You know what I'm saying? But the back is all nicely done. These are what they call pearl snaps. You have a series of these here on the... This is piping. It's all along every seam. It's like a rope pattern. And I've had them where there's like even scorpions inside the pearl snaps, or, you know, different things. And these shirts really are designed and cater to working professional musicians. And so they're cool when it's really hot. I've worn these and people are like, it's 100 degrees outside. How can you wear that? And I'm like, I'm cool. Because it's cool. It breathes. And at the same time, if it gets soaking wet, it may be wet, but you don't feel wet. You don't feel clammy. And it doesn't really retain a lot of moisture. It's amazing stuff. But anyway, that's a costume. And even brought along a boot for you to see. Of course, this is not just costumes. I wear these every day around. But I will say I bought these for costume boots. I mean, this is a Texas boot extraordinaire. You know what I mean? This thing is, you can see how tall this boot is. And so, yeah, you show off your stuff. Some guys wear spurs. It's a costume. It's meant to catch your attention. The hat. The big black hat, ponytail. If you saw me when I first started this channel, I had Jesus hair. You know, ponytail pulled back. You know, do a little dramatic thing where you pull it and shake it out, you know. So I knew how to put on a show. And I know what show business is all about. And that's essentially what our friend Lionel at Lionel Nation was saying, is that, you know, he knows show business too. And people are sick of it. People want to hear the truth. They want to hear it straight from the source. They don't need mainstream media to interpret for them anymore. Us, we the people, us musicians, us farmers, us truck drivers, us plumbers, us, you know, whoever us are, all of us collectively, us Americans, we the people. We have the technology now. We just bypass you. We don't need your perfect plastic face, in your perfect plastic hair, in your perfect plastic set, telling us what to believe. And the people would rather listen to some goofy, old washed-out musician in his bathrobe, in his dilapidated mini tour bus down by the river, than listen to these plastic people sell their propaganda and push their political ideologies. Now, I've had the opportunity, because of what I do, and this is another reason why I don't go in with the big sets and all of that, is I love to be able to just pick up, you know, my device, make a recording, hit send, it's out there, you can look at it right there, bam, it's on there, it's ready to go. And that opportunity has allowed me, you know, to scoop with news some mainstream media bigwigs. I mean, I've beat CNN, I've beat Alex Jones to big stories. Many of you will testify, I'm sure, in the comments section how you got tipped off to some major story by me first before anybody else. That your phone went ding and there's me talking about this thing that just happened. And, you know, that's because there are some guys on the web, on YouTube, who are news hounds, and they're not always the funnest to watch all the time. They're so informational, but they'll just sit at a webcam, or, you know, you don't even see their face. They just sit with their computer and they read the news for you. And they'll also announce things that are happening in real time. They get alerts. They're news hounds. They're like news nerds, and they have channels. And I'll watch some of these guys, and you know, I'll get the news sometimes before it happens. They'll watch for local affiliates. They watch things like the AP Wire, which is where CNN gets their news. It's from the Associated Press. And so we don't need people like CNN spoon-feeding us information anymore when the whole world is at our fingertips because of this thing called the internet and YouTube and whatever else comes to replace YouTube, that this technology isn't going away. And people are tired of the slick dog and pony show. We're tired of the sequins. We're tired of the fake everything. And people just want real. And I guess partly I made a decision to be real, and secondly, it went in line with what I want to do, because in the mornings I like to drink coffee and think, and I'm usually in my bathrobe, so I just roll tape on it instead of going, hey, I'm going to wait. and go and get and fix my hair. And see, this is why I can scoop CNN, because I got the AP wire. I didn't bother to brush my hair or to put on any makeup, and I didn't need to fire up the set, and I didn't need to call in all the guys and the key grip and the camera guy and the helper and the... All I did was pull the phone out and hit record, send to YouTube. Live, boom, we're out, we're on it, we're down. I may do live sometimes, but I do like having a chance at a second shot. This is take 5 on this video, so you know, you wouldn't like the first 4. Sometimes it just ends with me like going, I forgot what I was saying, and just start laughing out loud, and then I have to start over. Real. I guess I could show you that too. That's why I showed the blooper reel, because people just want real. We're tired of fake news. We're tired of fake stories. We want real stories from real people in real time. And we don't need all the plastic, fake foliage. We don't need the fake flowers. We don't need the fake sets. Just, you know, real people telling the truth like it is as they see it. All right. Thanks for your time. Lionel was talking about me. I can't believe it. Or was he?